Okay. Today's date is June 7th, 2024. It's Saturday. It's approximately 10 o'clock in the morning. We're getting some nice warm days. So, this is about 24 years old at the time. I committed myself in the psych ward. I have about 7 psychiatrists seeing me. My dad has full insurance for the whole family, but because I committed myself, I had to use my own insurance, which I used to pay for every month. So back then, the insurance companies were amazing. They paid 100%. So you really didn't have to worry about any payments of any much. And they weren't that expensive. But anyway, let's go on with me committing myself. Now I've got 2 angels with me. And the angels are like, remember what God told you? He said not to do this. I said, well, if God knows me as well as he says he does, he knows I was going to do this. And the angel said, yeah, you have a point. And I said, why don't you give a message to God for me? That I am here and I'm doing this so I can live a normal life, get married, have kids, not know what my partner is up to, or not know anything that I'm not supposed to know as a normal person. The angels go to me. They talk individually, they do have different personalities, and said, you have more communication with God than we do. We're here to protect you and to help you not hurt yourself or cause any damage to anybody, and yourself included. And not that anybody else is going to hurt you. I said, wow, is there anything else you guys can do? And the angels are like, well, right now you're committed yourself, and I am in the hospital, and they said that I'm going to be there for a while. And back then, because they didn't know if I would be dangerous to anybody, including myself, they kept me for about, I think it was about 30 days where I didn't see too many people. Only few people were allowed to visit me was family. And that was to find out if I caused any property damage to myself, or damage to anybody else. Once that time period was done, they deemed me safe, and they put me on all kinds of drugs. That I was trying to get rid of my voices, seeing the ghost, and knowing people's futures, and knowing what was going to happen. And they documented everything. I started making predictions when I first got there, and told them all about everything that was going on with me. And so they never let me leave. And then after the month, I was able to leave on weekends. So mom and dad were really not happy with me. They still were on the same thing about don't tell anybody about these things. And the angels are right beside me constantly all the time. Now, angels can do a lot, and they know a lot. They're celestial beings. And so I asked, because the medication that I was taking wasn't getting rid of anything. They slowed some stuff down, slept a lot, but everything was still coming. Like it didn't stop. But once you commit yourself, you have to go through the system. And so the angels, for me, they gave me like this shield, and they put it in front of me to fend away the ghost. Because ghosts are like spirits. When you die, you have a choice. You can go into the light, and if you're bad, the dark will take you. But if you can avoid going to the little holes that are in the dark, then you can stay away from them, even if you're a bad ghost or a bad person and you're supposed to go to the bad place. If you were a good person, you're supposed to go to the good place, you can avoid it by not going into the light. So the angels told me this, it's their prerogative of what they're going to do after they pass away. And then some people, like myself, can help them go into the light, but I think I've only helped 3 or 4, I don't know, I counted with both hands how many I've helped go into the light, and it's useless sometimes. Because if a ghost died 300 years ago, all the issues have already passed. So how do you help that person go into the light when you could never solve the issue that happened 300 years ago? But anyway, the angels are there. I think I'm crazy at the time because I want to get rid of all this stuff so I can live a normal life. And that's about it for now. because I go through almost a year of trying to solve this. And I get a little smarter as I get going, because the angels have to help people, and I can send the angels to go help people. And I started doing that so that even they were starting to get to me and bother me and stuff like that. So this is me telling you what I'm going through in the psych ward. God has not come to me in any shape or form since I was in the accident, and now I'm just dealing with my own situation of how to do this. And as I'm in the psych ward, I am helping people and doing predictions, which I think God knew I was going to do to begin with, and they knew I was going to do what I did. And that's what I told the angels, and the angels agreed with me. And don't forget, the angels come in a form of the most fantasized females that I would fantasize about. One was a brunette, one was a blonde, but they're both blonde. And that's about it. There's more about angels, but still, for now, I want to keep this under 5 minutes if I can. All right, thank you, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.